Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am your cruise director on the magical mystery tour that is this channel. I just went down to my local Priceline. If you're from Australia, you know what I mean. If you're not, it's a pharmacy. To restock my Natio fermented goji berry and vitamin E, I think. I can't read. Anyway, the essence that I really like that's super savvy. They have a sale on. So I got some stuff, including this. So get in, losers, we're going shopping, but before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go see what I got. So I'm putting my glasses on so I can read some of this first. So what I did go and get was the Goji Berry and Vitamin E Antioxidant Facial Essence. Like I said, a lot of things are 40 to 50% off at the moment. So I had just run out of this while I was away in Melbourne for work. So I take with me a lot of empty things. Sorry, fluff on my face. Take with me a lot of empty things so that I don't have to cart the bottles home. And that was near empty. So when I got down there, like I said, all the lipsticks, $10 and under. There was a couple of things that I knew I wanted to get, and there's some things that jumped out at me. I did pick up just a cheap pair of tweezers because I'm never happy with the tweezers that I got. But I will tell you, I saved more money than I spent. So because, what will I start with? We'll start with the Revolution and then we'll go through and work out what we're going to use after. So from the Mean Girls collection, I only got two things. The other stuff didn't interest me. So I got the Burn Book eyeshadow palette. Let's take a look. It's padded. And let's see if this is up to the standard of the last lot that they bought out. Will be interesting. I also picked up the You Can't Sit With Us cream eyeshadow palette. No, it's not the cream eyeshadow palette at all. Cream blush. Because look at them, they're gorgeous colours. We'll use them. Whilst we were at Revolution, we grabbed Glow Drops Star Dew Glowed with Squalane Hyaluronic and Grapeseed Oil. Then we also grabbed the Bronzing Drops, same ingredients, in light medium. The shade is Scorched, and the Rose Pink. It's multi-use drops, obviously blush, bronze and glow. Also picked up, not sure what I'm going to use here, the new Revlon, did I get the right one? Light. I had thought about Fair, but they had sold out. The Revlon Illuminance Glow Filter Blur and Smooth in the shade Light, and the Illuminance Brighten and Hydrate Serum Concealer, again in the shade Light. I think I might do another Revlon video with them. Also picked up the Rimmel Multitasker Wake Me Up Concealer and Foundation with Cooling Wand, Vitamin C and Caffeine, medium coverage. This is the shade Ivory. Has Ivory changed since, you know, back in the day? Ivory used to be fair. That's warm. Like, that's a warm shade. Interesting. What interests me even more is the fact that it is both a concealer and a foundation. Obviously, I'm just trying to pull this apart. Obviously, we can use concealers as foundation, and you don't even need to use concealers with foundation. Like, but it's just, oh, that is nice and cooling. But the fact that they are marketing this specifically, oops, as a concealer and foundation in one when it's medium coverage is interesting. Yeah, see, that's right. I'm not Ivory, and that is the right shade for me by the looks of that. last base product that I got was the new Maybelline Superstay 30-hour Lumi Matte Foundation. I got the shade 108. They didn't have any testers of any of these, so it's sort of up against my face and hope for the best. So this is a luminous matte, which really interests me in actual fact. And then we are down to, I got the Model's Preferred. Look at this shade. I am not really a liquid or cream eyeshadow. I've got a heap, but I'm really not into it. However, this shade, which is Envy, I tested, and come on, look at that. I'm going to use that at some stage. Obviously, bearing in mind, big sale. So, their lipsticks were $10 and under. I don't think I paid $10 for this. This is the Milani Fruit Fetish Raspberry Peach Lip Oil, which no real colour to it. It's a lip oil, even though they look different shades down there. Like you've got clear, you've got a really red one, a really pink one, an orange one, but when you put them on, you're buying whatever flavour you like. So Raspberry Peach. The Revlon Super Lustrous, the gloss in the shade Blissed Out, I think it is. Blissed Out. Look at that. That really reminds me of a Pat McGrath lipstick. These two lipsticks here, couldn't decide which I wanted to get, and it's a L'Oreal Colorish in the Satin formula, which looks more like a frost, truth be told. I got the shade 226 Rose Glacé and 236 Organza. Now, I can't remember what the shade was called, but back in the 80s, I was getting this one. Let me just clean my hand. This is Rose Organza, which is really Rose Glacé. Really pretty. Slightly sort of frost to it. But this one, I think it was Organza, reminded me, if I can peel it off, there was a Helena Rubinstein lipstick back in the 80s. I'm talking mid-late 80s. Came in at the little reddishy colour. No, the rose one is the one that I wanted. This one reminds me of the shade of the Helena Rubinstein lipstick I used to love in the 80s. Everything old is new again. It's why I ended up getting that. Really wearable shades, but that got me because of nostalgia. And then lastly, I picked up, if you'd seen my Revolution Pro, before this 5 set, $10, $2 a lipstick, people, I got the Pinks Colour Story. And that is what they look like. Look at that. Zoom in. That's it. So let's get to playing. That gloss. This one's probably, looking at that, closest to the Charlotte Tilbury shade 3 that I have had. Again, they all do the same thing in that they're all trying to have that glow that Charlotte has. I probably took my glasses off too soon because, my God, I can't see what I'm doing, and I forgot it's Priceline, so it's bound to be taped better than a sacrifice to the gods in a chastity belt. So what shade did I get? I did say light, didn't I? Let's have a look. 002 Light Glow Filter 4-in-1 multi-use glow booster with light reflecting sheer coverage formula to blur, smooth and soften skin and deliver a dewy filter-like finish. Wear alone underneath foundation or mix with foundation for an overall radiant look. Alternatively, use as a highlighter to illuminate the high points of the face. So exactly the same as Charlotte. Let's see. Doe foot, not as big as the others. Interesting. Really interesting, because normally they've been going and trying to go bigger and better. I'm not mad at the fact that it is not as big as some of the others. We're giving ourselves a good coating here of it. Let's see, shall we? Okay, I'm going to use a brush. Ooh. Right. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice, but I'd really appreciate it if brands could stop bringing these out, because you know I love a glow filter product and we need to not have any more. I use these every day, so they do get use. It's rare that I don't use a glow filter, and in fact if I'm not wearing foundation I'll still wear a glow filter. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I can see my freckles and that. It's done exactly what it said. It's blurred, it's smoothed out, it doesn't feel heavy. Like this feels lighter than the e.l.f. This is one of the lighter products. I bought this yesterday. This is one of my favourites of the year. So, yeah, that's nice. Just going to put a little bit more on. And I just want a bit on my fingers so I can play with the texture of it. I like to feel it. So I've just got a little bit there. It doesn't feel silicone-y, but it almost feels like it's got squalane in it. If you know what that viscosity feels like. Almost feels like a little bit oily, which may mean great for dry combo, like dry normal balanced skin, possibly combo depending on where you place it. Don't know if that's going to be an oily girl's product. I know this says that it is a concealer and foundation. Today we're going to use it as a concealer because I'm going to use this as my foundation. So this is the 30-hour Demi Matte, which is sort of a nice compromise. We're starting to move away from super glowy. Oh, Priceline, you're killing me. We're starting to move away from super glowy foundations into more of a matte, but a lot of us are not ready to go there yet. So if you want a compromise of something in between, that is it. You can see there is a bit of slip to that. So it's quite liquidy, though not watery. I do believe it's probably a silicone foundation. Let's see if I can... Who am I kidding? I can't read those ingredients. Let's look it up online. Okay, I've been saying Demi Matte. It's Lumi Matte, so I do apologise. Let's see ingredients. Shake well before use. Apply 1 to 2 pumps to clean hydrated skin. Blend with the foundation, brush fingers or beauty sponge. If needed, apply more foundation for extra buildable. First ingredient is water. Doesn't mean it's a water-based foundation. Because it's a liquid, it's going to have water. Second ingredient, dimethicone, then isododecane. So dimethicone, which is silicone. If you have an ANE or an OWN in your first 5 ingredients, She is silicone based. So going in with a brush first. That, considering they didn't have testers and I relied on just holding the bottle up against my face in terrible store lighting, she's done well. And this is also where you try to get what's closest to you. Don't be afraid to have a guess, because two things. If you are wearing a glow primer like I did underneath, that's your friend. That's going to go a world of way to ensuring that your blend is a bit better if you're slightly off on the colour. But let's go down. This is a great match. Really happy with that. I've got way too much. If you can hear panting in the background, Jelly is behind me. You should have seen her when I got home the other night. I think she thought I'd abandoned her. Got quite the cry from her, which was very lovely. She stuck to me like glue pretty much since. That is buildable, that coverage. That is, it's medium coverage, but you can build it up. Superstay is a beautiful, beautiful, one of the great store pharmacy foundations. I'm just taking up the rest with a blender now, just going over this to pat it in and even it out a bit. Might lift a little bit of product up, that's okay. I do like that, and that that underneath it goes quite well. Okay, going in now with the Revlon Illuminance Brightening. Oh, I was going to go in with that, but I'm going to go in with this instead. We'll save that. Illuminance Brightening and Hydrating Concealer in the shade Light. Oh, big bit of fluff. I could see that flying around before and I couldn't work out where it was. So, it is hydrating. I don't know how that will last. But let's see how we go. Okay, grabbing. You can just use your finger. I do like these brushes that are like finger size for underneath here. This is a Morphe one. It's a really good, this range, I can't remember what the range is called, but they've got this shape brush and the foundation brush that matches in the set. Probably my favourite Morphe brushes ever. And up around here. Jelly just agreed, clearly. I am looking a bit worse for wear since coming back because I have been exhausted. It's a lot learning a new job. If you weren't aware, if you didn't see my video, I have been interstate as I've started a new job. I've finished working in the conference and event space and am now going into trade credit insurance broking, which I'll talk more about down the track. But for now, let's give it a nice amount. It is definitely hydrating. Again, like I can feel that that's hydrating. I don't know if this will be good for you oily skin girls. It's a decent amount of coverage. It's not super heavy, but it's a nice addition initially. I don't know if it's going to crease or what, to that range. I'm just going to dry down my face and set it with powder and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've set down my face and I have done my brows and primed my lids. Now everything will be listed below in the comments. I'm keeping everything chemist brand, pharmacy brand today, except for my primer because, you know, MAC Paint Pot and I It is real, it is deep, and it is everlasting, our relationship. Now, I wasn't going to use these today, but I didn't pick up a bronzer, so I'm going to. Didn't pick up a highlighter either, actually. But I figured I'd try these. I'm wondering if they're going to be suitable. I know they're drops, but I'm also wondering if they might be. I know they're way too light, but I was thinking of Makeup by Mario. They could have been a good alternative. Way too light for what I've got. You really have to squeeze to get this out. Quite thick. Let's see how we go. Grabbing a Revlon brush, working it into the brush so that we get even placement. That's the problem that a lot of people have. If you tap it on with your finger, you can end up with finger dots, like the dots of the product. If you just tap your brush into it and take it off, you haven't worked it in. Same problem can happen. So work it in so that it's even. Actually, can I tell you, we may have a Mario dupe. I might be right. I am going to do another full face of dupes coming up soon, so I'll be trying out some products to compare. Oh, honestly, that I think the Mario that I've got might be a little bit cooler tone, but how it feels on my skin feels very, very similar. So, you know, it just might be that my shade, I'm not sure if there is a Mario shade that would be the same as this, because it has been a little while since I've worn the Mario. But I've got a feeling, just working this down the side of my nose. See, we like finding things like this. You like it. I know you like it because you all tell me. Just blending that out a little bit. How much you like it when I find a dupe for you. I really like that. I think I'm onto something there. Okay, so going into You Can't Sit With Us. Let me have a look at the... Just going to, so you get 4 shades here. Let's, oh, there's some pigment there. 2, 3, clean off my fingers. 4, can you, so they're the shades. Right. Let's go in with this one here. Tap it. And see how, oh. What did I do there? It went into the, can you see that? I accidentally had it go into the darker colour. Be careful of that because it's not super wide. That's a bit awkward. And again on this side. That's really nice. It is cream, so you can set it down with powder if you want. I might. Let's just clean off that brush a little bit. I'm going into the lighter shade now. Just bringing that up here a little bit. Give us a little bit of a glow. Oh, that is nice. Yep. That is nice, 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 nice. Now, because this was the first one that I happened to grab, first pharmacy one that I grabbed, we're using the Maybelline Master Chrome in Rose Gold. is probably the perfect shade. So let's get into the Burn Book Mean Girls palette by Revolution. Obviously Revolution has been really hit and miss in their eyeshadows. So recently everything that I've tried has been really good. Let's see. Like I said, this is a smushy one. So we've got 15 eyeshadows. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 mattes. Looks like 9 mattes and 6 shimmers. It's a really pretty colour story. I mean, all of that. This is really nice too. Let me stick my finger in there. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Right. That excited me. Sticking my finger in the shimmers. Let's do this. So that is a goldy pink. If I turn that away a bit, you can barely see this. It's a champagne colour. Then we have this white. My pasty, pale, reflective wrist is not the best place to test these. We've got, this was a marbled and it's really quite goldy. It's really orangey peachy. What else have we got in there? This purple. I mean, that's pretty too. And then the last two we've got are this hot pink and the green. Oh, you know what? I was really excited about this green, and it's pretty, but it's not like that. The mattes, again, like their recent ones, are feeling really, really buttery. So, let's get into it. Righty-ho. Let's go in with Cool Mum. So this is a soft, neutral pink. And of course there's a lot of pinks and that in here because, I mean, it's Mean Girls. It'd be wrong if there wasn't, wouldn't it? I didn't pick up, they had a liquid blush. Wasn't interested in it. It looked, to be quite honest, not much. Might have been, but after I got the cream, so I wasn't really interested in it. And the lip gloss that went with this, that was I think there was a clear and then there was a neutral, but I put it on the back of my hands and it felt quite thick and gluggy, so I left that behind as well. Just working that out. That's blending out nicely. Again, 50% off all of the Revolution stuff at the moment. Some of it might be even more because those lipsticks, I think, were originally, that lipstick pack was originally $25 because they've got $10 lipsticks at the moment. Okay, I think I'm just going to darken it up with Obsessed. We might keep around this sort of colour story and then underneath add a pop of colour. Just working it in gently. That's a bit more pigmented than I thought. So going back in with Cool Mum just to blend over the top of that because I don't want to take that intensity up any higher. So just remember that it is a little bit more pigmented than planned. Okay, now just working over that. This is the brush that I used with Cool Mum to take out a bit of the intensity because I want to use the brown, so I don't want it to be too full on today. We know where it'll end up. Let's not lie. Who are we kidding? Just cleaned off my brush. I really want to just try this October 3rd colour. See if it's not giving me, it may, if I applied with my finger, give me what I wanted. But at this point, it's not. And that's okay. Let's just, I think you would have to, yeah, so if you use your finger and tap it on, there's a little bit of glitter in there. So just remember that. Going into the shade of Glen. So this is quite a warm brown. It doesn't look super warm there. But going over these shades, obviously, it's warming up the undertone of it. So just tucking it in and bringing forward now. Same on this side. I haven't added any more to it. And just patting out. Now this looks like it's becoming a little bit muddy, but I have literally gone colour on colour on colour. We will pull it back, don't you worry about that. Back into Cool Mum, just around the edge there. Picking up that brush again. Now, if we want to cool it down, I'm cleaning off the brush and I'm going in to dramatic. After saying I didn't want to be too dramatic. So, tapped it off, went in gently, just tapping a little bit there. So you can just see we've just darkened that up, right? I don't want to make it black. Cleaning off the brush now. And just working that to blend out. So that's adding a bit of depth over that brown. And you can do this with black with any colour. I mean, you can even have it underneath. It is going to change your base. It's going to change the depth of the shade, the intensity. That's what I wanted. I always like to have a black and a white or near white with me when I'm away with colours. Just going back into Cool Mum again, just right on the edge, keeping my brush very straight on to my face. Gives me better control over the placement of that. I really do like that when it's patted on, and I am going to cover that up in a second in any case, but I just wanted to see. I was hoping I'd really see the little bit of sparkle that was, and I can, it's just catching the light. I don't know if you can see that there, just catching the light. It's not noticeable to anyone. So I'm just going to blend that now because it's not like it's going to make a significant difference. And of course, I am going in with, I'm a mouse, duh. Because it's gorgeous. That is such a beautiful shade. I thought the green was going to be my favourite, but pink it is. If you are not using your finger to do this, you should know the drill by now. Use a flat packing brush and spray it with setting spray so that you get the colour payoff and that it grips to your lid. beautiful. That, oh, just going in with the shade So Fetch, which is this champagne, up in the corner, and just bringing it into the very inner corner of my eye. And I will grab a little bullet brush. If I wanted more intensity on that, again, like I had just said, spray it down. It's okay, I don't want super intensity there. I've just lined my eyes with a nude liner. Mr. Blue, what are we going to do under our eyes? Okay, we might have to go in with that. I think, let's start with Popular. Me trying to read this. One, it's a miracle that I'm getting any, because I have to tilt the light to be able to see even the lettering. And then it's small. And you know I can't see for shit. So we've just lined with that. And we're going to smoke it out a bit. So right, let's go in with We Wear Pink. Now, tap that off a bit extra because this could look like I've got pink eye. Very much so. Pink can make you look very sick. So I've just blurred that a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is clean off the brush to get any excess, because I don't want to intensify that even more. I just want to blur it out a bit and bring it down. Because you do have control over the intensity. You can see we've just blurred it. Cleaning off the brush again to do this side. Try not to stick the brush, in your eye like I seem to keep doing, which is making it wet. For the inner corner, let's go into Pink Shirt, right? And just tap that there. We're just playing now. And then into Get In Loser, into that purple. See, and that softens that pink under the eye again a bit more. Okay, and on the very inner corner, let's see how we go. Let's use Army Pants, is that what it said? Can't remember now. It's the green. I don't think it's going to come up much because of the shade. I've gone in a bit hard there, but we're here now, aren't we? Oh, actually, now if I'd sprayed that, let's, what have I got here? Let's give it a spray. See how that's intensified? That's what you want. Except I have gone a little bit too far down there. That's okay. I think I prefer the upper eye if I'd kept it all that. But I wanted to play around with a few of the colours. Truth be told. Let me spray my face a last time and put some mascara on, and I'll be right back to do my lips. Okay, I can't tell you the amount of times I've poked myself in the eye then. Going in with an NYX Suede lip liner. Free Spirit is the shade. Just going in. Obviously, it can go either way here because we've got quite This is more nudes up the top. Then we've got the pink down below. So, if I can ever open this Revlon lip gloss for starters, because again, Priceline. If you could see all the tape I have got stuck here. Going in with the Colorish in the shade 236, the rose. That's not doing much for this look for me. This might be the one. I am going to go over it with a gloss. In any case, just patting that off. So this, what I'm going to use is the peachiest of the shades from the Revlon pink. Yeah, I wanted. I wanted this shade because I wanted to put a gloss over the top of it. That's really nice. $2. Come on. And then going in with the Revlon gloss because that's going to match that eye quite nice. Should. That's it. That's a final look. So let's have some thoughts. We'll go to the eyeshadow palette first. I think you run the risk of you need to be really careful of this. The mattes feel really buttery. The shimmers are great. Just be careful not to go in too hard. Like really test them out first because I was worried that was going to go really muddy. But I really like the colour that's on the top there now. Even bringing that little bit of green in and bringing that, the shadow over that brown and black that I used to deepen it up creates yet another shade. So that's really, really pretty. The foundation, Lumi Matte. Not sure what that means. Is it just good marketing? Lumi Matte, a glowy matte? I mean, it's a really nice foundation. Is Lumi Matte really a satin though? Is my thoughts. That's the Revolution Bronze, Glow Drops Bronze. I'm really going to play with that because I do think that that's going to be a good alternative to the Makeup by Mario. The Revlon filter. Really pretty, really lightweight. Obviously all of these are first impressions. The concealer I'm not too sure about. I don't think I think it's nice. I really want to try it with a minimal makeup look using the Illuminance range to see how that all looks together with the skin tint, with the foundation, because it could be really good for a lightweight glowy look. Not sure it's going to be my favourite, but we're coming up to summer when I like to wear lighter makeup, and if lighter makeup is your jam, that might be good. But again, if you are an oily girl, may not be for you. I like that. I like that. The lipsticks, they're lipsticks. They're lipsticks. The rest I will try later. But what do you think of this look? Oh, that blush. I really like that blush. That cream blush I really, really like. But I'm pretty happy with the way we ended up. I don't know how it'll wear. We'll see. We will see. Because it says it's 30 hours. I'm not going to wear it for 30 hours. I will not go to sleep in my makeup. It is midday now. Going out for dinner to my daughter's tonight. So I may check in a bit later. But I'm not sure if I'm wearing this all day, if I'm filming another video. Probably all day. I'm happy with where that's at. Let me know if you liked anything, if you think you may be picking any of it up. Revolution is really upping their game. Really upping their game. Good affordable brand. If you're interested in anything that I have listed below Priceline sale, if you're watching this on the day that it goes live, which should be Monday. I think the sale goes until Tuesday night. However, they do have regular sales. Either way, don't pay full price. You can keep your eye out between them, Chemist Warehouse, the brands online. You'll find this stuff on sale somewhere. Till next time, losers. And I say that with love, 'cause I'm a mouse. Duh. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends. Come along, check it out. Have fun. Trying to get back into the normal swing of things now. I am back home because I was away for pretty much 3 out of 4 weeks. That was a lot. Things are settling down a bit now. Still going back and forth to Melbourne. But until next time, take care. Bye.